Hello, welcome to our DET Milestone 2 presentation. We are the group presenting the What Remains, What Becomes project. So a quick system overview. We wanted to ask the question, how do we create a community-focused interactive system that educates the past to speculate about the future?
Our current system prototype encourages museum visitors to learn about the past, collaborate together in the present, and project their efforts into the future. Going into the elements of our prototype, we envision having explore education stations in which visitors will be able to learn about concepts and collect skill tokens that will then be used in immersive collaborative gameplay in which they will use these skills and tools to build an artifact together and then project that artifact into the future and compare it to current day evolutions of the artifact.
And so a quick system prototype overview, we wanted to break down the active museum into 3 steps: learning about the past, collaborating in the present, and projecting into the future. So what informed this system? But through our museum visit and user research, we determined 4 key themes: education, curiosity, collective, and identity. And these, informed by the act of museum that we broke down into the acts of democratization of knowledge, activities that require multiple people to complete, learning through doing, novel technology, and immersive interaction. And we are using the technologies of mixed reality and AI to accomplish these. So going into the high-level principles quickly, we wanted to ensure our system expanded relationships between patrons and artifacts beyond only observation. Encouraged collaborative interactions not limited to physical space or artifacts, and had a sense of future projection that has to stay consistent with impact. So going into the learning portion of the project, we wanted to ask the question with learning: how do we inspire active learning while igniting curiosity that extends beyond the museum? And so through literature research, we determined that by actively seeking knowledge and engaging with artifacts beyond mere observation, it allowed for a deeper understanding, enhanced retention, and fostering meaningful connections.
So this is a brief demonstration of the learning portion. So we envisioned museum visitors to interact with the artifacts that are displayed. For instance, here the user is interacting with a plant, and they gain information about companion planting by interacting with the UI that's presented in the XR field. So as they interact with the artifact, in this case, they can gain information about companion planting for kale. And for our future next steps, we'll be developing a more user-friendly UI that is more intuitive. We'll also be fabricating more relevant artifacts with the theme of sustainable farming. And finally, we'll be fleshing out different artifact interactions to create the connection between hardware and software.
Okay, moving into collaboration. Based on our concept exploration, we wanted to make activity that require multiple people to complete to foster a sense of community, to encourage them to learn together by doing it together. Some opportunities identified from the analysis is here. The current state is museums are designed for individual learning. You move at your own pace, absorb curated information, and rarely interact with others, but that is a missed opportunity. Real learning doesn't happen in isolation. It happens through dialogue, debates, and shared meaning making. In our ideal state, museums should be a collective imagination pool. Why? Because in a world of complex interconnected problems, we need to move beyond the monologue of museum labels and move into collaborative experience that mirrors real world dynamic, and that is where role-based game come in.
So our game invites 3 players to balance 3 goals: the crop yield, soil health, and biodiversity on a shared land. So each officer has a distinct role. The crop officer boosts food production, fertilizer officer maintains soil vitality, and protection officer supports biodiversity. Through their goal, though their goal differs, player must communicate and make strategic decisions together, as every decision impacts the whole system. The game fosters teamwork and promotes playful social learning through system thinking. And here is our paper prototype demonstration.
Now, moving on to the next step, we're planning to move this prototype into Unity while refining game interaction and work with integrating with AI.
Now we will take the user's farm that they built earlier and project it 50 years into the future. The question that we have to ask is, how do we make future impact tangible while showing consequences of choice that extend beyond the museum? We do this by seeing the ripple effects of our decisions across time and environment, by illuminating responsibility, provoking reflection, and making consequences unforgettable. This is a short demo that I've created where an AI agent is taking a JSON as an input in numbers and converting it into letters. On this principle, we will convert the farm into a JSON, project it into 50 years into the future, and get the output JSON, which we will feed back to Unity and create the prefab model. The next steps are adding context awareness, integration with Unity, accuracy, and efficiency. Thank you.